The first thing I notice is the darkness. It's not just the absence of light, it's something thicker, more suffocating. I blink, but there's no change, no flicker of light, no sense of space around me. My eyelids might as well be glued shut. The air is heavy, thick with silence, almost as if it's pressing in on me. I try to sit up, but my forehead smacks into something solid. Panic jolts through me as I reach out, my fingers brushing against rough wood inches above my face. I'm in a box. The realization hits me like a punch to the gut, and I claw at the lid, nails digging into the wood, splintering it as I struggle. The walls are too close, squeezing me from all sides. My breath quickens, echoing in the small space, and the air is already feeling stale, hot, hard to breathe. I'm buried alive. The thought ricochets around my mind, growing louder with each breath, each frantic heartbeat. How did I get here? Who would do this to me? I press my hands against the lid, pressing with all my strength, but it doesn't bulge. It's like the weight of the world is holding it down, crushing me beneath it. My head swims, and I force myself to take slow, deep breaths, even though every instinct screams at me to keep fighting. Panic will only make things worse. I know that much. I close my eyes, though it makes no difference in this darkness, and I try to think. I remember nothing, just fragments, shadows of memories that slip away when I reach for them. I was at home, I think, or was I? It's all a blur. The last clear memory I have is there's nothing, just a void where my memories should be. But I'm here, in this box, and that's all that matters right now. I need to get out. I start to feel around, my fingers tracing the edges of the box, feeling for any weakness, any crack or seam that might give me a chance. The wood is rough, unfinished, splintering under my touch. It's cold, damp in some places, and I realize with a jolt that the moisture isn't just from the earth pressing down on me. There's something else, something sticky. Blood. My fingers come away wet and sticky. It's mine. My hands are cut up from the splinters, my fingernails jagged and torn. I must have been scratching at the wood in my sleep, in my panic, before I even woke up. The air is getting thinner. I can feel it, each breath becoming harder to take. The darkness pressing in on me, squeezing my lungs. I have to get out. I pound on the lid with my fists, scream until my throat is raw, but it's like shouting into the void. No one can hear me, but maybe I don't need them to. The thought comes out of nowhere, a strange, disjointed idea that doesn't make sense until I start to piece it together. I'm here, in this box, because someone put me here, but what? What if I put myself here? What if this is something I did to myself? The thought is absurd, terrifying, but it won't go away. I try to shake it off, focus on finding a way out, but it lingers, gnawing at me, feeding on the panic and fear. I reach into my pockets, feeling for anything that might help. My phone, a knife, anything, but they're empty. Whoever put me here, they made sure I wouldn't have any way out. But then I remember, if I put myself here, I wouldn't have left myself anything, would I? The realization hits me like a wave, and I'm drowning in it. What if I'm the one who did this? What if there was something I wanted, no, needed to do? But why? What could possibly drive someone to do this? I can't breathe. The air is too thin, too stale, and I'm hyperventilating, gasping for breath that won't come. I claw at the lid again, ignoring the pain in my hands, the blood smeared across the wood. I have to get out. I have to get out now. But then the memories start to come back, trickling in like water through a crack in a dam. It's slow at first, disjointed, but then it all comes rushing back, and I wish it hadn't. I did this. I buried myself alive. It was supposed to be an experiment, something to test my endurance, my mental strength. And now, I have my answer.